Alright guys, we figured we'd make this video about what spark plugs we use in the turbo tib. We started using these at 10 psi and now we're up to 25 psi. We used to use copper. We went into these iridiums whenever we went up above, I think 14. When we went to 14 psi, we switched to these. Two-step colder, part number 2667. We're at 25 pounds of boost on a two-step colder. A lot of people say after 20 pounds, running a three-step colder. I already got the rest of the plugs out, but this last one here. But I'm going to show you all the plugs from cylinder to cylinder. This one right here being cylinder 4. Okay. Now, spark plugs will tell you a lot about your health of your vehicle. Ah, come on. See if I can get you over here. This is what a healthy E85 engine will look like. A little darker on the threads right here and on top, because the last few times this car was started, it was straight idle time. The straps are still, still burning clean. One thing you want to look for is if your plug is not cold enough. Is there heat in it? And no, there isn't. See how there's no heat in these plugs. There we go, finally. There's nothing. There's no discoloration. If there was, it would be from the threads. This right here was out of cylinder 2. A little darker on cylinder 2 than the rest of them on the threads, but nothing out of the ordinary. Looks good on top. This was out of 1, 3, and 4. There's no markings whatsoever on them. Let me grab you a new one so we can put them up against this. See, there's no discoloration. I mean, some of you might wonder about this, think that's heat. See a brand new one? It's just the way they're made. No discoloration. These plugs are still fine. It's just, I like to change them. And I change them every race season. They're 36 bucks. $36. Why not just change them, It just makes sense. Now, what I'm curious is, what works for the best gap is us is a 20. Now, there's one of these. There we go. What the hell? I don't know. You guys are just going to have to believe me. It says 20. I don't know how to show it. I think maybe you can see 20 there. But anyway, that's 20. That's what we run on these. Is a 20 gap. And that was cylinder 1. Another one in there, 20 gap. Still at their gap. Something I like to always check. A little resistance going in there. Still at 20 gap. Still at 20 gap. That one right there was a tight 20 though. Oh no, it's still going in there really good, really easy. Coming out a little less, but then we want all these to be 20s, see? Everything's 20s. I mean, you just got to believe me, I do everything 20. You can also do them on one of these Walmart style Let's see if I can get this up. Good old Walmart. It won't be quite as accurate. There's 20, but on here, it's a 22 gap. It's the same as a 20. So if you were trying to go precise, this right here is not going to get you there. But these are always a little off after you do your first plug. They're kind of on the first one. And you can tell that I'm not scared to use one of these. Alright, a fucking thing. It just won't fucking zoom in. Can't show you guys. But you guys could probably see that little bit of nicking and everything right there. It starts to wear down the metal, so it starts to take away the gap, you know what I mean, that you're trying to do. There, finally. See how it does that? From the 20 over, it kind of grooves it out after the first 20 gap. And that's as far as this goes down. But that's what we run in this. No spark blowout, no nothing. We come to find out many years ago that 20 gap, 22 gap to 20 gap, especially over 15 pounds, you want about 20 gap on these. Under 15 pounds, you want about a 22 gap. The loosest you really want is a 24. Some people will give you this rule of thumb bullshit, and you know, this car takes this, and so in theory your car should do this, and yeah, that's all just bullshit. I mean, it works somewhat, but if you ever get into actually wanting to figure out what each plug does, you just got to pay for a lot of dyno sessions. You know, and that's how you learn over the fucking years, is what the dyno numbers come out to be. But it is what it is, you know. Everyone's got their opinion. That's what's great about this fucking platform of YouTube. You can get on here and you can type in like 20 different people on spark plugs, and you know, you'll see it happen right in front of your eyes. Oh, our gap thing went down in, like that holds it. We're probably gonna have to pull this plug back out. Yeah, we are. I'll show you when it comes up what I'm talking about, guys. This thing is not wanting to cooperate. See that? Keeps coming out. That's what happens when you buy cheap shit, Joe. I don't know. You used to have good luck with Stanleys. I got some older Stanleys that should break out, because this new stuff is, yeah, I might even have some Snap-on or Craftsman in this box that I haven't used in years. What's this one? Craftsman. We'll give the Craftsman a go today. What all got a hole in the plug? What plug we got here? We only got one in there. Well, yeah, I mean, everybody's got their own different opinions, theories, whatever the fuck you want to call them. I can tell you for a fact that Hyundai's like a little tighter gap than what Toyotas and Nissans like, and Honda's like even a tighter gap, guys. If you're gonna boost a Honda, start at 22 or start at 17. Honestly, start at 17 right away with a Honda. I think there's other people on YouTube that'll probably agree with me even on that. There's a lot of Honda people on YouTube. Might become one of them Honda guys. Kind of am. I only own like 3. 4 technically with parts car. Actually, I got one out here that I never even showed you guys. I got a 4-door EG as well. And you guys never seen that. I never put it on the channel. Don't know what I'm doing with it yet. That's what sucks when you got the ones with the good rubbers on it like that. They hold the damn plug for it, but then stay on. Yeah, but each car manufacturer is different. I know a lot of people don't know this stuff, but you know, I try to tell everybody as much as I know. I've been around 4G63s and Hondas and Hyundais since 1997. My friend in high school, first car he bought was one of these. Now, he didn't buy it. His parents bought it for him for graduation. Thought it was a piece of shit. We turboed it. Kept up with my 4G. I was like, son of a bitch, that thing ain't bad. Long story on that, but long story short, he met a guy not too far from us that sponsored him for a little while in that car. He blew the engine up and never ended up doing anything with it. The ironic thing is, I ended up messing around with him then and never got a sponsor, never got a piece of help in my life. Now, I can't say that. I got some friends that helped me out in the Hyundai world. But a lot of people don't like me in the Hyundai world either. I think I'm an asshole and I'm too cocky, but that's fine. I know when I'm an asshole, I know I'm an asshole, and I know I'm cocky, so can't hurt somebody when they know they're those things, right? Yeah. Most people can't stand someone that's arrogant and cocky that drives a fucking Hyundai. They're confused about it. I don't know. To me, it's doing something on a different platform than everyone else is doing it on. Figuring things out that we all thought we knew long ago, but is all bullshit. That I keep proving and proving and proving again. For years, everyone said 300 is the max, and even that don't last long. Well, we're up over, last dyno numbers you guys seen was 387 at, what was it, 18 or 19 psi? I think it was 18 psi. The wife, if she was here, she would know. She remembers those things better than me. But now it's on 25. As I can imagine, it's making it quite a few beans. Quite a few beans. Another thing I want to add to this is a lot of people hate this stuff. I change it regularly. A lot of people say it's diesel oil. It's got a lot of detergents in it. It won't. It's not made to go up past 7,000, 8,000 RPMs. It's diesel. It's only supposed to go to whatever 4,000, or diesel guys will tell me what they go to. But yada 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 yada. Never had an issue with it. Change my oil every probably 1,000 miles. Use OEM filters, of course. And I get a new crush washer every single time, which I'm about to change this because this oil's been sitting in here for a while. It's like fucking brand new in it, but I'll show you. It just shows you how particular I am with keeping a motor safe. It's like brand new. It's literally barely even used. Now the engine does have some oil leaks now from the time I hooked up that catch can. And I wasn't paying attention that it was not a breathable catch can. And that Chinese bucking bastard, I ended up blowing a bunch of seals around the dipstick. You know, it's got to go somewhere, so it blew there. I got to get that fixed yet. A few other little leaks around this part of the engine up front. No leaks in the seals, no main seal leak, no front main seal leak, but dipstick and right around the, basically just a dipstick needs to be replaced. I don't know what I'm thinking here. But once we do that, it'll be pretty good. An OEM filter, Rotella, NGK, Iranium spark plugs, a gap to the 20. That's a few key things to keep this car a-ticking. Yeah, I mean, if anybody wants to know another video of like what's all done to it, I could probably do another one of them. I'm sure I got a couple of them. I don't think anybody really wants to watch that, but hey, somebody might. Also, once we get to 1,000 subscribers, anybody want to see a Turbo Tiburon do a massive burnout?